You're listening to the Dynamic Thinking Project podcast. This is episode 57, and today's topic is dreams, what they are, and why do we dream. Hey everyone, Adam Musalli here. Welcome to the Dynamic Thinking Project podcast. If this is your first time listening, then thanks for coming. This podcast is released every Friday, and show notes are found at the website, themindtechinstitute.com. It's all one word. Come back often and feel free to add this podcast to your favorite RSS feed or iTunes. You can also follow me on Twitter and Facebook. All links are in the show notes and website. And now, let's get started. This episode is going to be a short one. We're not going to talk about interpreting dreams and their meaning, but we'll talk about what dreams are and why we dream. But that would be after we get the intro out of the way. If you are interested in learning and becoming a fully qualified hypnotherapist, a neuro-linguistic programming practitioner or master practitioner, a life coach or a counselor, now you can study all that online. All you have to do is visit mti.edu.au or themindtechinstitute.com, and you will find all these courses along with many other courses. Once you click on the online courses tab, all our diplomas and advanced diplomas are accredited and recognized worldwide. And for more information, all can be found online, themindtechinstitute.com. Going back to dreams, and let's start first with what dreams are, and we'll elaborate more on how and why we dream. Dreams are a universal experience that can be described as a state of consciousness characterized by sensory, cognitive, and emotional occurrences during sleep. They can be about just anything. They can be magical and exciting, totally strange, or even horrifying. Those are called bad dreams, nightmares, or night terrors. Dreams can include individuals in your life, such as family members, friends, and even pets, as well as some people you've never seen before. And dreams can include holy and religious figures, evil people or beings, and even people who you may know and already have passed away. Dreams might take place in a familiar setting, like the workplace where you work, or the setting might be a faraway location, such as the moon, or a fictional place, such as a main character's home on a TV show or a movie, or sometimes from a book or a story you've read or heard. There is no cognitive state that has been extensively studied and yet as frequently misunderstood as dreaming. There are significant differences between the neuroscientific and psychoanalytic approaches to dream analysis. However, neuroscientists are interested in the structures involved in dream production, dream organization, and narratively. But psychoanalysis concentrates on the meaning of dreams and placing them in the context of relationships in the history of the dreamer. Reports of dreams tend to be full of emotional and vivid experiences that contains themes, concerns, dream figures, and objects that correspond closely to waking life. These elements create a novel reality out of seemingly nothing, producing an experience with a lifelike time frame and connections. Now, we may not remember dreaming, but everyone is thought to dream between 3 and 6 times per night, and that could be related to the release of GH or growth hormones, which is mostly released at night during sleep, because it's also between 3 to 6 times for adults and up to 12 times for children who are still in physical development. And it is thought that each dream lasts between 5 to 10 minutes. And around 95% of dreams are forgotten by the time a person gets out of bed. And as we teach in the NLP and hypnotherapy, that dreaming can help you learn and develop long-term memories. So every time you wake up, always try to remember the dreams you saw that night. This will develop and create a stronger and long-lasting memory for you. And if you're wondering if blind people dream, well, yes, they do, but more with other sensory components compared with sighted people or people who are not blind or visibly impaired. But what causes dreams or dreaming? Well, there are several theories about why we dream. And the question is, are dreams merely part of the sleep cycle, or do they serve some other purpose? Well, that's also, it depends on who you ask. But some possible explanations could be as representing unconscious desires and wishes, and interpreting random signals from the brain and body during sleep. And of course, that's according to psychology. So why do we dream? Writing in the interpretation of dreams, which is according to Sigmund Freud, he suggests dreams are just wishes that we have formed in our waking lives. While this has been widely criticized, and decades later, the why behind dreaming is still up for debate, and dreams may not have a function, and instead to be just a byproduct of other brain functions, such as the cleansing of neurons during sleep. But there are other hypotheses, like the theory that explores whether dreams are a functional to practice survival scenarios while sleeping. The body gets the rest it needs, and we can live out of simulations without putting the body in danger. However, more ancient views of dreams suggest that dreams come from elsewhere, or the dreamer goes elsewhere. But in science and psychology, the elsewhere can be described as the subconscious mind, which has been seen to have an impact on the conscious self. The might simply mean gaining insight into current problems, such as August Kekule's Ouroboros dream. Ouroboros is the snake eating its tail. So that dream, it helped him model the benzene atom. So to having dreams that help someone overcome a past experience, for example, the dream of dead relative that provide relief to someone, to something that helps a person make a decision about future direction. There are many inventors and geniuses who found their answers in their dreams, and many of them have solved some of their biggest equations in their dreams. And of course, we're talking about people such as Nikola Tesla, Einstein, and many others. While in cultures all around the world, views on why we dream and how we can use dreams to our benefit differ, but they are almost universally seen as giving hints about the body, soul, and the world around us. And there are positive correlations between indicators of well-being and vivid dreams. For example, being well means you dream more and more intensely. Working with dreams in psychotherapy also seems to have a positive effect on mental well-being, as well as in hypnotherapy and NLP, as we include that segment in our NLP and hypnotherapy courses, also the ones available online. But here's another question. Why can we remember some dreams and not others? Well, sometimes people remember their dreams in vivid details. Sometimes there is a feeling that you have had a dream, but cannot remember what it was. And other times, you cannot remember if you have had a dream at all. But some researchers found that in order to remember the dream, another area of the mind needs to be active. So, if it's not active, you don't remember it. And this makes sense because during the dream, there was a part or specific parts in your mind were active and then were deactivated upon waking. So, in order to remember that dream, you need to reactivate that part of your mind to get there, and that could be easily done through hypnosis and hypnotherapy. Although, generally speaking, it is likely a good thing that we don't remember all our dreams. If we remembered all our dreams as if it was waking experience, then we would start getting confused between what is dreaming and what is reality. And that is very interesting, as we will get to very soon, about what is reality and how do we know that we live in a real world. But we'll leave that to another day. We're just warm enough for those episodes now. Now, as many people may ask, do dreams mean anything? I'll dedicate another episode about the meaning of dreams and the interpretations. But regarding the questions, do dreams mean anything? That also depends on who you ask. But generally speaking, dream meanings are subjective because meaning is subjective. So, if your dreams mean something to you, that means something. But if your dreams don't mean anything to you, they might not mean anything. Content analysis approaches are looking at the common themes, which may also reveal common or universal meanings. But we're not there yet. But in a study by Nielsen and Powell in 2015, it was found that people perceive there to be a causation between eating specific foods and bizarre or disturbing dreams, but there was other factors that influenced this kind of dreaming. This included sleep quality, emotional stress, and poor mental well-being. In fact, indicators of wellness, like good sleep quality, healthy diet, and longer fasting between meals, were associated with vivid dreams. I think we better end here, as we covered the most important things about dreams. However, I could go more about some common dreams and their meanings, which are common or near common interpretations between science and cultures or religions. So that would take us around probably 15 to maybe 20 minutes. And I think it's better to leave it for another episode, maybe next week. And before we start to dive into other interesting series of topics, which would be related to each other, and they will really make you think and maybe reform the way you think. That would be very soon, maybe in a couple of weeks, but we will leave it at that. And hopefully, maybe next week, next episode, we'll talk about some common interpretations and some common dreams which people usually see. And once again, if you would like to study and become a fully qualified hypnotherapist, a neuro-linguistic programming NLP practitioner or master practitioner, a life coach, or even a counselor, now you can study online. All you have to do is visit mti.edu.au or themindtechinstitute.com, and you will find all these courses along with many other courses once you click on the online courses tab. All our diplomas and advanced diplomas are accredited and recognized worldwide, and for more information, all can be found online, themindtechinstitute.com. That's it for today. Thank you for listening. If you have any question, you can email me. The email is on our website, themindtechinstitute.com. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, especially if you are listening to this podcast on YouTube. The Dynamic Thinking Project podcast is released every Friday. Until next time, take care and enjoy your weekend. This is Adam Muselli signing out.